How to find backlinking opportunities. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm Ronald Osborne, the founder of Osborne Digital Marketing, an award-winning SEO agency. So that's me right there, back when I had a bit of hair. Now I don't have that. Now I'm going to be using my Backlink Prospecting Tool. Now look, I'll be honest, this is a snippet of what I have inside my community. In my community, I actually have something that's a lot bigger and does it all for you, all in Google Sheets. Yeah, so you're not paying ridiculous amounts of money like everyone charges you for, because I think it's preposterous. But this sheet is the starting point, and this is where you go to actually find the right links. Now, I've tried to do this as cheap as possible, as I really can, without implementing other things. So what this does is this tool, the one you can see behind me, you'll enter in literally any country you want in the world. I've built this so it goes for any country. Maybe you're in New Zealand and you want to build some links. You're in France or in Germany, wherever you are. This works for every single country around the world. So again, let's just, as an example, we'll go Australia. All right, we'll go Australia. I'm just going to show you. This is what it's doing. Now, we obviously don't want Florida. You shouldn't be showing Florida. When it comes to this, you just be setting up, just delete it if you've left Florida in there. Now you can see it's the states of Australia, my home country. All right. So you can see all this information right here. Okay. That's how easy it is. Now, again, if you wanted to be New South Wales and if you want to enter a city as an example, bang, hey presto. It's that simple. Now, the idea behind this is what this tool is actually doing and where you get this from, sorry. It's a free tool, and I've not even snuck the cheeky plug-in. Go to my website, Osborne Digital Marketing, and get my free checklist. It's going to take you across to this sheet, all right? And you're going to see all of these other free checklists, all these other free things right here, okay? Keep scrolling. Yeah, that's right. You get all this for free. I'm still scrolling. Still scrolling. The Backlink Prospecting Tool. This is what you need. All right. The prospector's going to be where you start. Now, if you've been a fan of my YouTube channel for quite some time, I talk about the relevance of links, which is super important. It is super important. If you were to offer me, let's say, a link from a powerful website that's not ranking for any of the keywords that I talk about and not hosted in the location or even talking about the location where I have an asset, that against maybe 5 local links from other roofers or contractors to my website, I would rather that every day of the week. Which is why PBNs and all of those things still work insanely well. It's because being specific to a location and being specific to an industry work exceptionally well. So in that regards, the way this works is I'm going to actually do, now I've set up Australia, I'm going to do Australia. Why not? So you can see all these results. So the way this works is put in a keyword. Now, what I would suggest is don't put in keywords that are anything pertaining to the actual service. So plumbing, let's say plumbing services as an example, or leaking drain. You should put in a how to fix a leaking drain. The reason is because you're looking for links. You're trying to find, all right, the way you run it, just come up the top here, go run prospector, and she's going to start running for us. Okay, boom. Now, the reason you want to look for informational terms instead of actual like service terms for this is because anyone that has a blog page that's ranking in the top 100, now your sheet's set to 100. This free giveaway is set to 100. Maximum. My sheet's set to 300 results. Okay. That's the thing though. If you want that sheet, you're going to have to pay me. It's that simple. Like, I'm not giving that away for free. All these things have taken me so long to build. So you're going to have to pay me to get that information. Now, in regards to this, the way you want to do it is make sure you're using things like informational queries, like how to fix a leaking drain, compared to something along the lines of plumbing service Sydney. Because anyone that's ranking for these types of terms, so you can see I've got the meta title and the meta description. Reason for that is it's easier filtering. It's easier filtering, okay? So scroll all the way up the top here. So it's just a little bit easier for you to actually sit there and ascertain, okay, like let's go. Ooh, we got some, there is some nice parasite SEO going on here, guys. Very nice. Very, very nice. They're doing a lot of that in Sydney. To be honest, guys, I actually don't work with a lot of clients back home. All of my clients are US based. But as an example, like reaching out to the smaller websites is definitely where you want to be. Definitely where you want to be. Ooh, they've snuck in there too. Ooh. So here we go. Here's a smaller one. Fixing the leaking pipe under a kitchen sink. Their last update was this year. And then you can come here and have a look and see. Sorry, it's still pumping out some results. Internet's not great right now because I'm streaming. But you can see right here the referring domain count. Now, how accurate is this? It's not as accurate as SEMrush, obviously. It's the data from Data for SEO. And how you set that up yourself is go to your sheet, like on the tab. I'm not obviously going onto my API settings right now. That'd be preposterous. I'm not giving you that stuff for free. Put in your email and your Data for SEO API. Now, there will be a referral link to the Data for SEO. Click through that, guys, please, because if you use that link, I'm going to be able to chat with Nick, the founder of Data for SEO, and say, hey, give the people that use my link a little bit more credits for free, because on average, a normal run costs around about 10 cents. That's normally what it costs. So it's pretty cheap. And you're finding things that are relevant. Oh, I'm on the shingles. So as an example, like, so this, you can be looking in the referring domains and the total backlinks. If I'm looking for backlinking opportunities, one, I want to make sure that the website's actually ranking, and I want to make sure that there's like a fair amount of referring domains coming into it. So as an example, again, Australia is a little bit different to the States because it's not easier. Well, it is easier. You need less money to rank there, but there's less money in Australia than there is America. That's just how it is. It's a lot easier to get $500 in the States than it is in Australia. That is for sure, which is why I left. If you're a businessman, leave Australia. So if we have a quick look, I'll go back to having a look at the shingles and stuff like that. Scroll down a little bit, get away from all of the like nonsense. But Chase Roofing is a local company to Florida. So as an example, like you can see in there with a how to repair blown off roofing shingles. So you can see guys like them, they're perfect who you want to reach out to. You can see that they've got a nice referring domain account there, and they've got some nice total backlinks. You can pretty much see there's a pretty common theme here. The ones that are down the bottom have the low counts. So it'll be the same here. This is getting a little bit weaker because, again, Australia is a little bit weaker. The SERPs are a little bit weaker. So it's pulling in stuff from, as an example, like you can rank international pages in Australia because the SERP's weaker. But it's just one of those things. So you can see it's like it's strong, it's weak, but then you can see some things that are .orgs and Canada as well. Now, yes, there's places named. I believe there's a Sydney in the UK, and there might even be a Sydney in Canada. But as an example, on the American SERP, look at the strength. You know what I mean? There's a bit more consistency. Now, obviously, roofing is a bit different to plumbing as well. But you can see that there's just it's obvious what's going on here. Less referring domains, less results in the SERP. You're welcome. Here's kind of proof in the pudding that is the case. So, but what you want to be doing is you can use this stuff right here, the metadata and the meta description. Now, I'm not going to tell you what my tool exactly does, but using the meta title and the meta description, that gives you more than enough information to create a unique AI script that you can put into an email to reach out to them for a prospect. Now, when it comes to building and finding backlink opportunities, I honestly always say, best thing to be doing is like incentivizing them to get it done. You know, I know Google says that, you know, I've created an awesome piece of content and you should put a link to me. I ain't doing like, if you reach out to me and you say that shit, I immediately grab your email, drag it across, and I put it in the folder over there that blocks you from ever contacting me again. However, if you're one of those guys that says, "Ron, I'm not going to waste your time. I've got a tool here. I've got this list of links here. I do this. Yeah, mate. So I've got this. I'm going to do this deal for you. What about, I've seen on your website, you've got this here. I've also got a website that's your category, your niche. Maybe you want something here, here, and here. How can we do business together?" I'll open that email and I might respond to it. But if you send me an email saying, "Give me a backlink, I've created a relevant page," mate, your email is going straight in the junk, straight in the permanently blocked, straight in the "you are a phishing email." Like, just don't do that stuff. It's not working today. It's not working. Now, what I would suggest when you're finding those opportunities, make sure you say in your email, align it. Again, this is why I grabbed the meta title and the meta description. Align it with what their page is talking about too. So create a summary of saying, "Hey, I want to work with you because of this. I know this is going to take you time. How can I make sure that you're compensated for the time spent on the task I'm requesting?" There's nothing wrong with that. That's an actual service. They're offering you a service. You've got to pay them for it. It's only fair, isn't it? So there are things to think about. Now, like I said, guys, you can go and get dozens of, like, I've got a Google review scraper that does a SWOT. That thing's sick. Like, I love this. This will help your Google Maps. Like, if you don't get moving on Google Maps with this one, you shouldn't be doing SEO. Like, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be doing SEO. Search volatility. Normally, I always see, like, a lot of people grabbing my tools pretty quickly when I drop them. I always see, like, there's at least normally like 20 people come back and go, grab it and restart using it. It's strange with this thing. I've actually not been seeing a lot of people grab my SERP volatility tool. I can't stress, guys, how important this tool actually is. Like, maybe it's because most people don't know SEO, but even before you start building backlinks, have you actually tested the SERP to make sure that the SERP that you're going after? Because again, let me show you this example. Like, look at this. Look at the referring domain count. You can consistently see it decreases as we go further down. So if you're not even looking at this to see if a keyword is actually viable to rank for, before you go out there and go, "All right, I'm going to rank for this, 600 searches a month. Okay, cool, bananas. Yeah, no worries. I'm just going to go after it. 300 referring domains is average." That's stupid. Test the SERP first. In this day and age, guys, test the SERP. Please, please, please test the SERP. This will tell you if the SERP is easy, and you'll save a lot of money. Like, I swear to God, you will save a lot of money if you test the SERP. There's zero movement in that SERP. Like, it's barely moving. Before you start looking how to do backlink opportunities, you should be testing the SERP. I can't stress that enough. SEO Client Finder, you can build local backlinks with this bad boy as well. This is specific for local SEO. All of these things here, you get it all for free. Now, if you are a small business owner, if you're a digital marketing agency and you want to do more, all right, you want to do more, book a chat with me. There should actually be a free 15-minute. Click this right here. Go and book a free 15-minute chat with me. No spam, guys. No partnerships, nothing like that. If you're genuinely a client that wants my services, book that. More than happy to chat with you. And the other thing is, join my Facebook group. All right, this is where I'll drop some secrets. This is where I'll drop some tips. Everyone in there gets they get their questions answered by me. There's no qualms at all. I'm happy to help everyone in there. If you ask me questions on here, I might miss it. I try to answer them. But if you ask me a question directly in the Facebook group, I'm not going to miss it, and I can make sure I get back to you. So now you should know how to build backlinks. You should know how to find backlink opportunities. Again, this is going to cost you maybe 15 cents each run. It's still going. It's still trying to scrape more. Still trying to get you guys more than what's shown here. So what is it? Like, it's been able to pull down 78 relevant results. It won't pull down rubbish. So you can see here, like, one of the things is it shouldn't be showing, and this is YouTube, so it's pulled YouTube in. But normally it won't pull in like the rubbish stuff. So if there's empty meta descriptions and that, it just won't pull it in, because you need those meta descriptions to help you understand, okay, well, use this in the prompt that you use for the cold outreach. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. book a chat with me if you're a business owner and want to do more. And yeah, if you're a marketing agency wanting to do more, look forward to working with you. Have a good one.